Hello and welcome everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the Palo Alto Network XSIAM Engineer Certification Exam. And in this course, we will cover all the topics which would be asked in this exam. And the primary focus is to fundamental concepts of the each topic which would be asked in this exam. This would be heavy on fundamentals, and we want you to clear your certification exam. That is the reason we will focus heavily on concept and understand concept how to solve individual questions on the real exam. So the Palo Alto Network Certified XSIM Engineer exam, which is also known as PAN CXE exam, which is a professional level validations. Okay, it is not a simple beginner level exam. It is designed to prove you can handle the full life cycle of the platform from the moment like you start the setup to the moment you're writing your automated response using the playbooks. These exams, which is updated sometimes in 25, later 25, which means it includes the latest nuances of XSIM architecture as well. So we have to be knowing the latest nuances, which we will cover as part of this syllabus of and in this course. Our goal over this course is to map every technical deep dive directly back to the which is written in the blueprint. If it is not in the blueprint, we would not waste our time because this may not come in your exam. So let's move ahead. And before even we look each and every domain, let me first tell you few things about which is mentioned here in this, correct? So skills required will not go in deep. You can read this off certainly, but the very important aspect we will cover. So you will face the question which are SQL based, which is XSIM query language. You don't just need to know what exactly it is. You need to know how to filter and transform data with it. Now, the next is an infrastructure. You need to understand how a broker VM communicates through a firewall. You, which ports are open? What is the handshake look like? These kind of questions you would need to understand. Then at the last is data formats. If someone says CEF or JSON, you should immediately understand and think about how those needs to be passed into the XSIM unified data model. So the problem you would face is, let's say if you don't know the Python or SQL style querying, then you need to spend some extra time in our sessions where we will show the examples related to this. So this exam would not ask you to write a full application, correct? But it will ask you to identify a broken script or misconfigured any configuration is there. Then that is what you need to do this. Now let's discuss about the each domain here. Okay. So first domain very briefly we'll discuss because in next session we'll go in deep about each one. So I'm not going to discuss in detail. So first one is a domain one, which is your planning and installation, which covers the 22% of syllabus and mainly cover the initial build of the XSIM setup. So you need to pay close attention with the section 1.4, correct, which is install and configure. Okay, and you need to understand the differences between agents, a broker VM, and the engine. Don't worry, right now we'll cover this. If you get a scenario about a remote branch office with limited bandwidth, which component are you deploying? That the question would come from here. This is a classic exam style question you would going to receive. Okay, this is scenario based question. Now let's move to the domain 2, which is integration and automation. So which covers the 30% syllabus. This is heavy hitter. Nearly a third of your score comes from this section. You must understand here the marketplace content packs. Why? Because Palo Alto wants you using their own ecosystem. know how to customize a playbook, and more importantly, how to debug those playbooks. Let's move to the domain 3, which is content optimization, s- covers 24%. This is the logic section. We will be focusing heavily on BIOCS, which is behavioral indicators of compromise, and data normalization. The exam will test if you can take raw, ugly, and turn into a clean, actionable alert. Now let's move to the next one is domain 4, maintenance and troubleshooting, which covers the 24% of this. This is day 2 section. Okay, you may not want to focus at the start if you are just going to appear in the exam very soon, so then you can be a light on this exam, this section. But still, we want you to cover this completely before you go for the exam. So you will see the question in this sections about why an agent is disconnected, or why data is not correctly so this kind of troubleshooting is required, and knowing the flow of data from source to the dashboard. Now let's come to the point where we would be discussing about some other things which is very common in most of the Palo Alto exam, but I just want to reiterate. So the real exam is in English. However, if you are an international student or learner, which who is going to who know the little less on English, uh, you would get a 30-minute extension for this. This is a extra time you will use it, especially about the scenario based exam questions. So let's close here this session, correct? And again, I just want to reiterate here is this training usually comes up with the ebook, which is 300 close to 300 pages ebook, which is again high on the concepts and fundamentals and heavy on visualization, so you can understand concept in very depth. Okay, so let me show you that book as well, how that looks like. So as you can see in the screen, correct, so this is the book. If you're watching this course on Udemy or something, then you can download this PDF book, which comes as part of this course itself. Okay, and one of the module will cover. So this is entirely PDF, which covers all the modules, correct? And if you go in depth here, so this is the chapters which are covered here. So every section of the which is mentioned in the blueprint would be covered in the this. You can see overall 17 chapters are there, and PDF is 339 pages. It appears that it's a long PDF, but if you go here, correct, so this is high on visualization. You can read the text, correct, and only focus on this is what is being asked in the exam. So we would provide a lot of diagram to understand, and the sample questions also you'll get it under each chapter. So again, this is fundamental question diagrammatically we are explaining you. So that is what you need to download and you try to go through as well. However, it is not mandatory to go through this ebook. It is up to you, correct, how do you want to prepare it. But we want you to make sure like you go through all 2 exam paper which is provided on Udemy, and as well as this book you would download it, and all the sections in the training which is provided approximate you would see us around 65 modules, correct. In this course you would see 65 to 70. Actually, once we recording finish you will see that. Okay, so please go through on that before appearing your exam, and 2 sample question paper you will get it. So certainly you will clear the exam if you understand the concept, go through this ebook at 2 exam papers, correct. So don't just memorize the answer, please do understand the concepts behind each question. Thank you, I'm stopping now. Welcome to quicktechie.com. So just type in quicktechie.com here. Then you can go through the material which is provided by quicktechie. So we have a first of all video courses which you can go here and you can find the various video courses across the technologies as well as finance domain. So if you see in Microsoft, we have 8 programs currently running. Next, you can go through the ebooks available. So all the ebooks which are in PDF format today, and you can download this. So let me go through Microsoft certification ebooks, you can click on any of this and you can see this is the PDF available for you to download. So these are the premium ebook mostly available on quicktechie.com platform only. Now, the second part is exam simulator. As we primarily focus on the all technology companies and finance domain certification preparation material. So this is company wide listed here and you can go through this. So let me go through the Microsoft one again. You can see this is our all Microsoft related certification. AB 730 exam, if you open it, so you can see here this and all the practice papers are available here. Today we have a 5 practice paper. So click on the first practice paper, it would load the questions. You can answer this question. This is way you can answer it and you can move to the next question. Now, the third material we wanted to highlight is an audiobook. So we started recently with the audiobooks as well, which you can listen on the go, and various technology wise ebooks are available. And at the last, this is our alumni. These people who are subscribing to our courses and this platform, they are all listed here. And at the end, I wanted to tell you, if you find any course or training or certification preparation material which you want to get us prepared for yourself, please put on the comment section. If you are watching on YouTube, on Udemy, or on this platform itself, quicktechit.com, then please put the comment, or you can even send an email to using this contact us options here. You can directly do the WhatsApp message, you can call us on this numbers as well.